going on, Jerome? It's a beautiful Monday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. So, of course, the Combine coming up this week, going to be the main storyline for the National Football League, and some great moments through Combine history, notably last year. So the Combine, beyond the underwear Olympics that you see on TV, is the individual meetings. Right? So each team has a suite, and it's basically speed dating with all these prospects. Now, before we get all hyped about, hey, this player's meeting with Team XYZ, teams meet with basically everyone, right? Now, not that we're not going to be like, hey, Vikings met with this guy, but teams generally meet with everyone. Right, so the meeting with J.J. McCarthy last year, of course, brought out the whole, I just want to say, I run through a brick wall for you. Anything purple and gold, I love it, man. Like, it was such fortuitous foreshadowing of what was going to happen. All right, so also it speaks to Kevin O'Connell. Like, J.J. McCarthy probably never met Kevin O'Connell before, but after 15 minutes, he's ready to run through a brick wall. Something I love. Kind of amazing, man. But also, if and when J.J. McCarthy brings dozen Joe Bartys to the Vikings next 10 years, it's going to come back to this. This is the moment. Found the love of a lifetime. Also, something J.J. did is he threw at the Combine. Now, a lot of the top quarterbacks, they shy away from throwing at the Combine because you're working with coaches that you never worked before. It's a strange environment at Lucas Oil Stadium that you probably never played in before unless you were in the Big Ten championship. J.J. McCarthy was. Or you're throwing to receivers that you usually have no experience with, right? So it's understandable why some quarterbacks choose to throw at their pro day. Everything's scripted, all the coaches, all the staff. It's a familiar environment, familiar receivers, and all that stuff. But I love when players throw at the Combine, right? And J.J. McCarthy threw last year, did himself some great favors as well. And plus, it's just great when quarterbacks just grip and rip it. Like, remember when it was Stroud and Anthony Richardson just dropping bombs out there? That was good. But someone who won't be dropping bombs this year is Shedeur Sanders. Now, I think that Shedeur can be a solid NFL starter. His arm talent isn't going to wow you, but he is accurate. He does have good placement, and he just does, in general, make some good decisions. So I think that it's unfortunate that he's not going to throw at the Combine. And I don't know, like, a lot of people are going to say that Shedeur is spoiled or he's afraid of competition or this, that, and the other thing. Now, I do think that there's some things that Shedeur should and could work on, both in maturity as well as in his game. But I think he's going to be solid. But I think that if you're a competitor, just throw the Combine. Just do it. So I think it's a little bit weak sauce. Some of these quarterbacks are indeed opting out of throwing this week. Also, Kwesi, Kevin O'Connell going to feed the media jackals on Tuesday. Talk about stuff and some things and stuff. And Kwesi will get up there and talk for half an hour, non-answer answers. And Kevin O'Connell will speak in riddles. It's like, I love Sam Darnold. I love J.J. McCarthy. I love Kirk Cousins. I love Jackson Dart. Why not? Who doesn't love Kevin O'Connell? I honestly think that O'Connell, like the post game against the Colts, when he's hugging Anthony Richardson, saying that it's going to get better and all that stuff, I honestly think that's Kevin O'Connell working future free agency. Because if and when Anthony Richardson gets cut by the Colts, because it's not going to work out, and he's got mobility, he's got a huge arm, accuracy, maybe not so much, but who do you think he's going to sign with in free agency to be a backup quarterback? It's going to be here in Minnesota because Kevin O'Connell said nice things to him once. It's exactly what's going to happen. Kind of love it. Also, I love that. So there hasn't been a ton of movement in terms of some of the Vikings in-house free agent contracts and or tag and trade talks with Slinging Sammy Darnold, a.k.a. America's quarterback. But this is the week. So all the GMs, all the decision makers, all agents are going to be in Indianapolis, and things are going to come together. Combine week is when trades and extension come together. Just said that. Over steaks and spicy-ass shrimp cocktail at St. Elmo's. Wouldn't be shocked if there's movement on extensions for Murph and Jones and or Darnold tag and trade this week. So Kwesi should indeed be wheeling and dealing. And I think after the Combine, you're going to start to see a clearer picture of what's going to go on with Darnold. I think that the Vikings could and should have a potential deal in place for a tag and trade, or it's going to be like, yep, he's earned the right to hit free agency. We're wishing him the best. We made an offer. wasn't good enough. It is what it is, right? I think that after this week, we're going to have some more clarity there. Also, you have guys like Aaron Jones, guys like Byron Murphy Jr. Both those players moved back their void date, signaling that they are down to clown on a potential extension here with the Vikings. Also, Cam Beasley Bynum. What's going to happen there? So I think that after this week, meeting with the agents, meeting with other GMs, gauging the market on some of these players as well, I think that a lot of this stuff is going to start happening pretty rapidly, which is great. Also, so the combine, we always say, like, take everything at the combine with a grain of salt. I mean, if your player checks the boxes physically, that's fine. If a guy tests through the gym, don't move him from a 6th-round pick to a 2nd-round pick. Sort of ridiculous. But Jerick McKinnon, coming out of Georgia Southern, where he was a quarterback, by the way, triple option QB, I still rant and rave about his combine, and I wish that Jerick McKinnon would have stayed here a long time. But he's bounced around the league, won a couple rings with the Chiefs, which is great. It's awesome. But him coming out of Georgia Southern, again, converted college quarterback, well, triple option quarterback, so he's a running quarterback as it is. But a 9.78 RAS. At 5'8", 209, 4'4", 140, which is great. Great splits as well. Plus, you look at the verts. A 40.5-inch vert, 11-foot broad jump, and also 4.12 short shuttle and a grade 3 cone. It was just awesome. Just absolute physical freak. Plus, here's what's great. This from Mock Draftable. I love seeing it on like the chart. Because you know how like DK Metcalf's look like Pac-Man because he can't turn left. He's like Zoolander, but he's in the 80th plus percentile in basically everything, and 90th in a lot of them, aside from height, weight, arm length, and hand size. So 10-yard split, 40-yard dash, vert, broad jump, 3-cone, 20-yard shuttle, bench press, stud. Absolute freak at running back. And McKinnon was good, man. I honestly, like I said, I wish that he would have stayed in purple longer. Could certainly use a younger version of him in this type of offense. So, Trevion Henderson, come on down. Etienne, maybe. We'll see. Also, something the Vikings are very deep at is edge rusher, and that comes down to free agency. And Kwesi, with a lot less in cap space last year, around $39.7 million, was able to string together potentially the greatest free agent class in NFL history. And two of those crown jewels were Jonathan Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel. And this is from the 33rd team. I guess the 33rd team laid everyone off. It's very sad. They did some good work. Most tackle for losses generated per game during the 2024 season. Van Ginkel, Grenard tied at 6 with 1.06, which is good. It's good. Meaning that not only sacks, but they're getting in there, they're disrupting the run game, setting the edge, doing all the great things that you need to do, and it's good to see. Also, our guy Daniil tied for 8th. Woo! Love to see that. And numero uno is Myles Garrett at 1.29, head and shoulders above the rest. So respect there. But love what Grenard, love what Van Ginkel did, and and Grenard, putting out the Andrew Van Ginkel, Jonathan Grenard shirt. This is great. Those are great looking. Those look like the Angry Run shirts from NFL Network. It's really good. I want one. I need one. We're gonna get one. There we go. Also, what we're gonna get. So. 13 put out there, how many wins will the Vikings have next season? It breaks down home games, obviously a 3 in division, but at home, you got the Ravens, Lamar, Derrick Henry, the Bengals, jumping Joe Burrow. I wonder how many Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase storylines are going to be that week. The Eagles are at home, F them. F Philly. Jaden Daniels at U.S. Bank Stadium, that's going to be great. And also the Falcons and Michael Penix Jr., because Kirk Cousins probably going to be gone. On the road, got Seattle. We're always in Seattle, annoyingly. At the Giants, Daniel Jones revenge game. Cowboys, whatever. Browns, whatever. Could be in London. You got the Chargers, which could be in Brazil, and also the Steelers game that could be in Ireland. So one of the three could be an international game for the Vikings. But I don't know. How many wins will the Vikings have next season? 20. If you catch my drift. So there you go. Anyways, that is it. Vikings news dump this beautiful, wonderful Monday. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.